Hi, good morning. This is JP Thong. I'm now at Kechara Forest Retreat in Malaysia, and today is day 21 of Mindful Morning Meditation. How is everyone doing today? Today is the last day of our 15 minutes single point meditation, and tomorrow we will push ourselves to 20 minutes. Okay. Hi, good morning. This is JP Thong. Hi, morning, Annette. Christina, hello, morning. Yeah, the sun is in my face already, so I'll be squinting the whole morning. Morning, King Hoi. Morning, Kok Duan. Please get yourself comfortable, get yourself ready. As soon as everyone has tuned in, we will start with the 9-round breathing meditation. Morning, Sharon. Hi, Natasha. Evening. Thank you for tuning in again. Okay, so you can roll your head as we're waiting for everyone to tune in. Relax your shoulders. Stretch yourself a little bit. And get ourselves comfortable. So how is everyone today? It's Sunday. Makes no difference, yeah? Every day, it's the same day during lockdown. Hi, morning, Kareen. Thank you for tuning in. Hi, morning, Lai Hing and Frank. Hello. Do you guys notice that it's getting cooler and cooler? I'm not sure if it's the same in the city for you guys, but where I am, it feels cooler and less humid for some reason. Morning, Jacinta. Hello. Oh, and did some of you get this link to watch Phantom of the Opera? Everybody was sending me the link, but unfortunately, I can't watch it because it's like what, 2 hours? Yeah, didn't have the time to watch it, and apparently it's very good. I was told it's even better than the original cast. Did you guys check it out? Hi, morning, Lily. Okay, we're almost there. Do get comfortable. Stretch your legs. Hi, Annette. Oh, really? It was raining heavily in KL. I don't think it rained in Bentong though. Did it rain? No, right? Yeah. Okay. Hi, Sophia. Good morning. We're almost there. Just a few more seconds and then we will start with the 9-round breathing meditation. So again, tomorrow we will push ourselves to meditate for 20 minutes. Yeah? Klang Valley is very hot. Okay. Well, I guess we're very lucky, I guess, because we're surrounded, you know, by with a lot of trees, so it makes a huge difference, I guess. Hi, Cassandra. Morning. Okay, I think we're almost there. Ready? So we'll do the 9-round breathing meditation now. Left palm up, thumb down. Wrap your thumb. Put your fist under your right armpit. Right hand on your left nostril. Breathe in slowly. Breathe out. Take your time. Breathe in from the stomach. And breathe out all the way. And breathe in. And breathe out. Right palm up, thumb down. Wrap your thumb, put it under your left armpit, left hand, left finger over your right nostril. Breathe in slowly. And out. Breathe in. And out. And breathe in. And out. Take your time. Both hands on your thighs. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. And breathe in. Breathe out. Okay, we're done. Hi, morning, Emily. Oh, so it is hotter. Because I read from my friends that they posted in Facebook that it was actually getting cooler in KL. Halim. Morning, Halim. Thank you for tuning in again. Hi, Dr. Hank. Morning, Peg. Hi, Pastor Honey. Morning. Thank you for tuning in. Yeah, so today, so shortly we will do the 15-minute single-pointed meditation. So again, do get comfortable. If you're having pins and needles, adjust yourself before we start. Okay? And then after that, today's topic will be hope. It was requested by one of you for me to talk about hope, whether it's real, whether it's an illusion, or it's something that, what is it, that we made up? Or no, or is it an attachment? So I will talk about that after our meditation. If everyone's ready, we shall get started. All right, so let's find the center. Put your hands either over your thighs or in front of you like me, left hand down, right hand on top. Relax, find your center. Chin down so that your back is straight. Straight from the top of your head all the way down to your spine. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Breathe in. Breathe out. Remember to put your tongue on the top of the teeth, the back of the top of your upper teeth. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in the white healing light. Fill your entire body with this healing light. And breathe out all your worries, stress, anxiety, boredom. Visualize them as dark smoke. Breathe in. Fill every cell with this healing light. It's full of oxygen, full of love and compassion. And breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Focus on the nostril area. As you breathe in and out, focus on the nostril area. Nothing matters anymore. Focus on the nostril area. Your entire focus is on the nostril area. Watch your thoughts and focus on your nostril area. Watch your emotions. Focus on your nostril area. Watch your ache and your itch and focus back on the nostril area. Watch the sound and focus on your nostril area. 3, 2, and 1. And we're done. So how was that for everyone? Hi, morning Nancy. Glad you could tune in with us today. Hi, Pastor Antoinette. Sharon, Grace, morning. Kochi, Cynthia, thank you very much for watching. We just finished our 15-minute single-pointed meditation. And so how was it for everyone? Was it better for you all? Because tomorrow we're going to push ourselves to 20 minutes. Okay, I will read out, I'll share with you all my gratitude for yesterday. I wrote that I'm grateful to have apples to eat during this lockdown. I realize it's such a luxury to eat apples, yeah. And I'm grateful to be in Malaysia where the COVID-19 situation is improving. So we are very lucky. And number 3, I'm grateful to have effective toothbrush. Yes. So that's my sharing. What's yours? Hi, morning, Nicholas. Did you just tune in, Nicholas, or you actually managed to join us in the 15 minutes meditation? Hi, Natasha, thoughts a bit everywhere. Closed eyes improved and felt faster. Yeah, you can close your eyes now. Now that you've gotten the hang of it, as long as you don't fall asleep. I think that's whatever works for you. Yeah. Good. Lessen back nerve discomfort. Oh, okay, that's good. That's very good. Hi, morning, Vivian. Thanks for tuning in. Would any one of you like to share your gratitude? Do write in and let me know. Okay, in the meantime, are there any questions from yesterday's talk? If not, then I will talk about hope. Okay, Tan says, focus better at the later part. Okay, Corinne says, concentrating seems to be better on weekends. Feeling great. Oh, is that because of less things in your mind? You see, once we get used to controlling the mind, you can actually test it out yourself and do it in the middle of your living room, or where there's a lot of activities, and see whether or not you can actually focus on your breath, because that's the real test. Yeah, that's how we can test ourselves whether or not we have a much better control of the mind. Because things are easy, when you're surrounded by the greens, birds chirping, everything is wonderful and peaceful and calm. The real challenge will be when there's all that activity and you're in the midst of it and you want to find that center and that peace and calm. Try that out, because we're now at the end of the 15-minute threshold. So once we go on to the next step of 20 minutes, I think you would have a much better grasp of the control of your mind already. So you can do that to challenge yourself today, later on today. Yeah. Okay, waiting. Hi, Yiman. Good morning. Sharon says, had more thoughts today, all in all, feeling good. Fine. The thoughts will come. I had a lot of thoughts coming out today, especially today. And just thoughts that I thought about during the week, and they were all coming up again. It was like a rerun of all my thoughts for the week. So again, doesn't matter as long as we keep focusing back on the nostril area. Yeah, and I also noticed, remember yesterday I was saying that I drank coffee, and I think the caffeine was making my mind going a bit haywire, and I felt very, very restless. So today I went back to drinking tea with milk in the morning, and I think it works better for me. So again, you may want to be aware of what you have for breakfast before you start your meditation, so that so that things like coffee, if you are sensitive to caffeine, or even some people, I was told, when you drink tea, you get a lot of heart palpitation. So try to avoid that if you want to meditate, yeah, more effectively. Hi, morning, Iman. Okay, your question is regarding taking ownership. What can we do to help someone who always asks us how they should approach or decide certain matters in their life or work? And number two, you said this: where there is love, fear can exist. I still don't really see how this works. Could you please elaborate further and provide example or analogy for better understanding? Sure. Okay, so very quickly, regarding taking ownership, what can we do to help someone who always asks us how they should approach or decide certain matters in their life and work? When people approach me for a similar situation, I would always ask them to tell me what the situation is and what their options are. Yeah, what their options are, what they think their options are, and then if I do see other options that they may want to consider, then I will prompt them to see, to actually see the other choices that may be possible, and then after that, I would ask them to decide for themselves which ones they think would be the best choice. And I do have some people who have this thing with making decisions, and they're just paralyzed to make a decision because there's a fear that it may be the wrong decision. Now you see, it takes time for people like that to really embrace the fact that there is always going to be a risk that the choice they make may not turn out to be what they want. So it is, again, to give them the reassurance to build a new relationship with whatever the results may be. And a lot of times, people like that are fearful of failure for many, many reasons. Like I've said before, maybe because they were told off when they were younger by their parents or by their bosses. So it's all these this past conditioning that's created that immense fear. So it will take time for you to guide and to reassure the person that instead of focusing on the fear of of things not working out, focus on making new choices and making new choices, because at the level of awareness, because it is all based on our level of awareness, all based on that. Sorry, I'm squinting a bit because the sun is right in my eyes, so sorry about that. So yeah. So it will take time, Iman. It will take time, but just keep reassuring the person it's okay. If it works out, great. If it doesn't work out, well, the person may need your emotional support and be there and say it's fine. At least now we've learned that this choice may not work out or didn't work out the way he or she wanted it to work out, and then make a new choice again. Yeah? Like I said, every moment is a different moment. Every moment. So, and every moment allows us to have new possibilities. So learn to have that, condition ourselves to actually embrace that and focus on that, because fear will always be there. Fear will always be there. It will take many, many years for us to train our mind to actually focus on what on more positive possibilities out there, and just ask fear to go on a hiatus for now, and you just focus on that. And after a while, when you get used to focusing on what lies ahead, your fears will slowly diminish. Yeah. So it takes time. It will take years and years and years. But again, always be there for the person who needs that reassurance and that emotional support always. There's no right, no wrong. Some people may get it faster, some people may get it slower. It's okay. It's okay. Yeah, whichever way works. As long as the direction is to keep telling ourselves that, you know what, there's always a choice. There's always a choice. All right. And where there is love, fear cannot exist. I still don't really see how this works. Could you please elaborate further and provide example or analogy for better understanding? Okay. Now, when you love, I'm not talking about the love that you see in the Hollywood movies. These are conditional love. These are love that arise from attachment. I'm not talking about that kind of love. I'm talking about unconditional love. Unconditional love. If you are religious and your religion is God-based, then it is the God spark that we're talking about, God's love. It's unconditional, loving kindness, and compassion. Yeah? And if you are in a religion that is karma-based, like Buddhism, then you're talking about the bodhicitta in us, the Buddha nature in us. All right? Same thing, different labels. It's all labels. So when we operate from unconditional love, that means we give. What is love? Love is about giving. Giving. Being compassionate about giving. Even giving doesn't mean that you give to somebody who intentionally takes advantage of you, or you give to somebody who intentionally wants to hurt you. That's called love and tough love. Tough love is where you use slightly more wrathful ways, or quote unquote that it is perceived conditional, where you delay the gratification. Like how with children, instead of just giving in to whatever it is that they want, instantly you delay it and say, okay, I'll reward you later if you do this, so that they develop a sense of that in life you need to work for something that you want, and that you don't condition them to think that they are entitled. Yeah, because many people grow up in this environment that it is their entitlement. It's they're entitled to this, they're entitled to that because of who they are or what they've gone through. See, that is very presumptuous of them. It's very, very presumptuous. No one is entitled to anything. No one. We always have to work for it. If it is given to us on a silver platter, great. But otherwise, we got to work hard for what we want in life, and that is the reality out there. That's a reality. Yeah. So, and that is what tough love is. So out of love, we actually make people grow up and train themselves to be more resilient, to be equipped with the skills so that they can fend for themselves in the real world. See, that's called tough love. So regardless, that it's all part and parcel of excuse me, unconditional love. So when I say where there's love, fear cannot exist. Because why? Because when we do things out of love, we're always thinking of what? Giving. How to benefit others. Even if you focus on yourself, how to truly benefit yourself as a person with no emotions attached. You will start to do things, whether it's for yourself or for others, that will truly benefit the person, even if it means that the person may reject you, even if it means that the person may freak out, even if the person doesn't appreciate it, and you do not get acknowledged, even if the person rejects and actually tells you off with very hurtful words. Whatever it is, you will still be, because when you operate out of love, you will do whatever it takes to help that person. Whether the person realizes it or not, or going through a certain situation, you still go out of your way to do that unconditionally. So you see, listen to all the words that I'm saying. There's no focus on the fear. No focus on the fear. Because fear always stops us. Oh, I want to do this, but. Oh, I should do this, but. I should do that, but. There's no but. Do it. Do it for the sake of others. Do it for the sake of yourself. For the sake of yourself. Yeah? So the fear cannot exist. And that is why I also say, when we operate out of love, we're also operating out of creation. Because why? You're always looking out. You're always focusing out on what can be done to improve situations, what can be done to benefit others. Ultimately, even yourself, benefit myself ultimately, instead of being in denial and going for the instant gratification that, it's okay, let me just have that chocolate cake. For example, I'm not saying there's anything wrong, but if you're diabetic, and if your doctor say, you should refrain from anything that's sweet, and you say, just that one last piece, and every week is that one last piece, for example. So, are you loving yourself the right way? Are you loving yourself unconditionally? Or are you actually encouraging yourself to be in further denial, and then you pay a toll later? And then when you're in the hospital bed, all your regrets come up. Oh, I shouldn't have this, I shouldn't have that, I shouldn't have that. See? And that's how our mind plays tricks on us. Oh, it's okay. It's just that one little that teeny weeny little piece. It's fine. I think my body can handle it. Oh, I just take that insulin jab. It's okay. No big deal. Right? Well, and some people say, well, I got to live my best life. I got to live the moments. I got to be in the moment and live and enjoy. That's called being in denial, unfortunately. Living in a moment and the power of the now is not about indulging yourself and enjoying yourself more. It's not about that. It's about realizing that the now, every moment, leads to endless possibilities. That's why when you understand the power of the now, it actually enables us to say that, you know what, no matter what our situation is right now, there are endless possibilities. Endless. Whatever happens to us will pass. Whatever we feel will pass. So every moment is a new moment. That's the power of the now. Not, I have friends who say, oh, okay, you see, I'm enjoying the now. I'm being in the now, in the present. So let's indulge and indulge. There's nothing wrong with that, but you just have to be careful. Because we know our mind better. If we keep indulging and feeding our senses, we will become very, very attached and eventually addicted to it. So that's why during this lockdown, a lot of people freak out. Like I said before, you have a mental and physical withdrawal syndrome. You no longer can do what you usually do to feed your five senses. Yeah, it is an addiction. You think about it. We're so addicted we don't even realize that. See, now I'm telling you about it. Think. No right, no wrong. It's a choice we make. Are we going to be a slave to our attachments, or are we going to be in full control now? When we have it, well, cherish it. But when we don't have it, it does not shake the peace and calm in our mind. And that should be the way. Remember the analogy I said about the lake? The bottom of the lake is very calm. And when the wind blows, or if there's a storm, you'll see ripples and waves. but below it is very calm. That should be the benchmark of how we would like to train our mind. Because whatever happens, your mind is still very clear, very, very clear. I hope that explains your question, Yiman. If you don't, let me know and I'll elaborate further. Waiting says, thoughts at earlier part but later part is better. Gratitude, Natasha. Ability to take my dad to grocery shopping early in the morning, the funds to be able to purchase the groceries as they seem to be getting more expensive, and the ability to focus and enjoy live streaming music from local New Jersey bands. Great. But do be careful if you take your dad out. I remember he's a doctor, right? So do take the necessary precautions and social distancing. Hi Limban, thank you for tuning in. Cochran, beautiful weather this morning. Frontline health workers relentlessly working to save others. Definitely. Christina, got cut off. Waiting. Gratitude. 1. Grateful for a friend kindness shown. Grateful for able to listen to online concert of a singer that I like. Grateful that my mom is healthy. Wonderful. Dr. Hank, dreamt a lot and feeling tired while wake up, but relief not now after meditation. Great. Christina, my gratitude, fresh air, inner peace, tons of time. Yes, you have tons of time now. It's a great time to inner reflect and assess where we are, how we've been doing for the past, no matter, past number of years, and how we want to move on from now. It's a great time. It's called self-assessment. Lily, hi Lily, morning. I'm grateful for a nice massage from my daughter last night. Oh, that's so nice. Funny because I was thinking, yesterday as I was going through the notes that you emailed me, Lily, how nice it would be if I have a massage now. That was a nice dream, nice fantasy. I'm grateful for my mom for sharing a lot of nice recipes. I'm grateful for having a reliable computer. Wonderful. Jerry, good morning. Hi, Sharon. Grateful to Andrew Lloyd Webber and the cast for yesterday's Goosebumps worthy Phantom of the Opera. Grateful for a good night's sleep. Grateful for my loving dog and her puppies. Oh, that's nice. And Chin Lai Hing, JP thanks for the time today. I guess you're tuning out, Lai Hing. Is it? And JW Liu, good morning. JP and hello everyone. Hello Yiman. JP clear. Okay, great. So it is clear, right, Yiman? Great. Ben, I learned refreshing myself with focusing on some positive possibilities. Yes. So again, I'm not saying that your fear will not be there. It will always be there. It will take time for us, to have less and less fear. And the only way is to not focus on them and to focus on more constructive, positive aspects of our lives. And also, when we do the meditation, because our level of awareness would have increased over time, you will also notice that you will actually see more choices in front of you. And your choices will actually grow and grow and grow over time. And then from there, you will have the clarity of the mind to analyze. For those of you who like to analyze this, do a quick analysis of what choices you have, and then during that moment, whatever you think is the best choice, make the choice and take the first step. And take the first step. So again, take the first step and see what happens. Yeah, whatever step that we do, go all the way. Do 100%. Don't do like 10, 15, 20, even 50%, and then hope for 100% results. It's not going to work. We need to put everything 100% in whatever task that lay ahead, and we know. Then we will know whether or not that was the right choice. Okay, whether or not that was a choice that serves our intention. Very, very important. Okay. So today I'm talking about hope. It was requested about hope and whether or not, for me to talk about hope and whether or not it is real, illusionary, or mere attachment. Well, hope is very, very important. It is very essential for human psychology because hope allows us to feel that we are not stuck in a particular situation, because a lot of times, which I'm sure most of you can relate to, we're in certain situations whereby it is so bad that we don't even know how to get out of it, and all our emotions, our negative emotions arise, and it gets out of control. We go into an anxiety, we go into a depression, anger, all that emotions come up, and you're just so clouded, and you just don't see the light at the end of the tunnel. You just don't see it. And that's where hope is very, very important. Hope. Because without it, then it will be very difficult for us to practice patience and to give ourselves a break from all that emotional turmoil. And we'll go deeper and deeper and deeper into our turmoil. So is it an illusion? I would not say so, because remember, in life, everything comes and goes, comes and goes. It's impermanent. Everything is impermanent. So it's not an illusion. It is actually embracing the truth that whatever happens will come and will go, will come and will go, and will come and will go. It's just a matter of how fast it will go. Because think back on all the challenges that we've gone through, and how at that time it was so difficult for us to pull ourselves up, and we thought, that's it, I'm not going to make it, that's it, I'm going to be flat out. And then guess what? Time passes and you figure it out. And for those of you who say, oh, but I have not figured it out, I've kind of put it at the back burner, but still, you have actually learned to put it at the back burner, and because you don't have the skills yet to actually let it go and heal from it, you just put it at the back. That in itself, compartmentalizing that in itself, is also a skill. And you are able to pull yourself back up and continue with your life. I'm not saying it's good to do that, but you know what? It's better than immersing yourself further into it. That's why once we have learned the art of focusing and controlling the mind, then we can revisit all that luggage and just let it come out one at a time. And when you have more knowledge of how the mind works, and you have a much better grasp of controlling the mind, you'll be able to, so once that arises, you'll be able to dissect it, and you'll be able to understand what the issue was. You see, whatever happens out there happens. That's something that's beyond our control. But how we react to it and how we perceive, that we have full control. How we react and how we perceive, we have full control. So again, like I said, perceiving, it's about looking at things as it is without attaching emotions to it. It is a very objective way of looking at things. It's like watching a movie. No matter how chaotic it is, you watch it. That's how we maintain the clarity of the mind. Yeah, so you see, it takes a very strong mind to do that. Strong meaning, what does strong mean? It means that it takes a mind that we can control. When we have a better control of the mind, it becomes a very strong mind. Okay, I hope that makes sense. So, going back to hope. So yes, so things come and go. Things happen, and after a while it passes, and it passes, and it passes. So is hope illusionary? No, because there's always a light at the end of the tunnel. It's just that we have not learned to calm ourselves so that our level of awareness increases, and then you will always see that there is always a solution somewhere out there. Somewhere out there. Yeah, but if hope helps, of course, hold on to hope. Hold on to hope. You see, all religions actually give us hope. And that is what makes a school of thought a religion. Some religions are God-based, some religions are karma-based. But both give us hope. Both give us hope. Yeah? So I hope that makes sense about hope. And is it a mirror? Is it an attachment? It is a good attachment. Yes, we can always be attached to hope. We can always be attached to understanding that that things are impermanent. We can always attach ourselves to that, but it is a good attachment because that's the truth. That's the truth. It's the truth. So, is it going to serve us? Of course it is going to serve us. This form of attachment will serve us because why? It will actually motivate us to keep going and keep going and keep going and keep going until we fulfill our intention, because there's going to be hope out there and you hold on to it and you embrace it. So it is a good attachment to have. Yeah? Will we be addicted to it? No, because you won't be a fanatic. Because, it's like gravity. Yeah. There's gravity, you're attached to it, with gravity. If I jump off this pavilion, I'm going to hurt myself, really badly. So am I attached to that fact? Well, you can say that. You can say that, but that's the truth. On planet Earth, yeah, only on planet Earth, because there are certain planets that do not have gravity. Yeah, so I wouldn't call it an attachment, but I would say that we have actually embraced the truth in this existence. So that itself will benefit us ultimately. Okay? Again, attachment is something that is whereby when we have it. No, attachment that doesn't serve us is something that we're addicted to. And then when we don't have it, we will have this reaction and we go into a withdrawal syndrome. We'll freak out and things like that. That does not serve us. That doesn't serve us. Okay, do you have any questions? Natasha, yes, you remember correctly, and yes, it was during the elderly hour to decrease the potential of exposure from younger and possibly asymptomatic individuals. Mask and gloves on, of course, and he went in by himself to comply with protection protocols. I waited in the car, covered up, to stay warm, to wait to pack up the car in the pouring rain of today. That's great, Natasha. Ben, the choice is no wrong and right, but we need to let it come and go without any emotional feeling. Yes. You see that? Yeah. Ben? What you just say there is, now don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that that you should be numb and you should suppress your emotions. No, it's always when we take a step back and look at situations, and instead of focusing on our emotions, it may come up. Just let it pass. Let it pass. It will come up. If you need to take a time out, in other words, take a break, before you attend to the situation or the person, just take a break. Once your mind is calm and once your whatever emotions have come and gone, then you go back with a clearer mind to address the situation. Yeah? With more alert to hope. Hi, morning, Mr. Ong. Thank you for tuning in. Okay, so do we have any questions with regards to hope? Does that make sense for you all? if you need further clarification, do ask me. Yeah. So again, hope is very important. You see, even with this situation, COVID-19, many people are very depressed because they don't know how long this is going to last, and even after this COVID-19 situation is over, how is it going to drastically change our lifestyle? Our lifestyle will definitely change. That's for sure. The hygiene level has to be much better, and we need to be more aware. That's for sure. So things will never be the same after this COVID-19. So is there hope? Yes, there is hope. There is hope. It's just that we need to, again, embrace change. Remember my talk on change? Go with the flow, go with the change. Because if you do that, you won't feel resistance, you won't feel a mental suffering when we go with the flow. It's just like, you are, if you don't go with the flow, it's like you're standing in the middle of a river, and there's these waves that's like just gushing down. So either so if you don't go with the flow, you actually stand there, or you swim upstream. It's going to be a lot of effort to do that. But if you go with the flow in terms of change, just go with it, and it's a smooth sailing. It's effortless. So embracing change is very important right now, and there will always be hope. Always be hope. Even the way we behave ourselves have to change. Taking care of our environment, looking out for each other. All that mentality has to change already if we want to live in peace and in harmony, and and if we want that kind of a lifestyle. You see, the current result is created by humans. It's all created by humans. So if we're not happy, if we're not okay with the results that we have in general, then definitely we have to change. Definitely. Yeah. So when we operate, so that's why the sessions like this are very, very important. Very, very important. Where we assess the way we think. What has led to this catastrophe is because everything is driven by fear. Oh, not enough. Material acquisitions to fulfill that fear and that lack of. It's all in the mind. Oh, I've earned that 1 billion. That's not enough. I need another billion. Oh, and another billion, and another billion, and at the expense of the people here. Who cares? As long as it benefits my pocket and my group of friends. Who cares? That kind of attitude has to change. Otherwise, we are all going. You see, we're all on planet Earth. It's the same boat. So if we don't arise to the occasion and increase our awareness, we're actually chipping off the sides of the boat. And now that the boat is starting to sink, we have to work hand in hand to save ourselves. And for your future generation. Okay, so that's why these kind of meditations where we calm the mind to gain more clarity of how our mind works actually will make what we learn more sustainable, because everyone is talking about sustainability, and this is actually one of the key ways to make it more sustainable. Okay, thank you very much for tuning in. And again, if you do have any more questions, if you do want me to cover any other topics, do leave a comment, and do ask your friends whom you think will benefit from our sessions to tune in. If it's too early for them, they can always watch it later during the day. But do share around. I think everybody should learn, to kind of quiet themselves down during this pandemic, and really go in to themselves and assess themselves for the sake of everyone. All right. So tomorrow we will start with our 20-minute single-pointed meditation. I am very excited for everyone, so we will do this together. See you tomorrow morning. Bye.